Welcome to the Tradies In Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nic unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
Hello, Coxie.
G'day, Waz.
I'm excited.
Welcome to a Monday that feels like a Sunday.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited, because it's Monday.
It's a bonus day. I love Mondays.
I'm beginning to really enjoy Mondays too.
What do you mean you're beginning to? Have you not always liked Mondays?
No. Pre-Rona, I definitely allowed myself to slip into a bit of the 9 to 5, Monday to Friday headspace.
Did you?
A bit of Monday morning blues.
Oh, I love Mondays. They're fresh and they're new and they're full of possibilities. How cliche does that sound? Hello.
Yeah, I think a few people just got a little bit sick in their mouth.
I do, though. I really do love Mondays. I find them exciting. People genuinely are a bit fresher and excited. And why are you sniffing?
Because I'm in Tassie and it's always cold. My nose is a bit dribbly.
Oh, I thought you were sad.
Well, I used to be a bit sad on Mondays because one of the fantastic things about running an online business, essentially, as we do, is that I'm home a lot. And so one of the awesome things about the weekends is that my beautiful wife is home from the hospital from where she works.
Yes.
And I get to actually hang out with her on the weekends.
That's fun.
And so Monday mornings suck a bit because she goes back to work.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And I lose my best mate.
And I'm just not a good enough substitute.
And then I'm reduced to talking to you instead.
Oh, I love you too, Warwick.
Oh, sorry, Coxie.
It's all right.
You're a reasonable substitute.
I'm a poor substitute for a work
life. But yeah, Monday mornings for me are a bit like, I watch wifey drive off, and it's like, I guess I'm home by myself. I better do something productive.
It's probably the exact reason I love Mondays, and not because the builder's leaving, because he now works from home as well.
Yes, he's leaving.
It's because the kids leave, or they used to. They go off to work or school. It's awesome. And when I clean the house, it'll stay clean right the way through to when they come home in the afternoon. That makes me really happy.
You like Mondays because you get to have a clean house.
You know how much I love a clean house. You know particularly how much I love a clean house.
You're like, don't talk to me yet, cleaning the house.
It's cleaning day, Warwick. You know I can't talk.
All right, so
Monday. We're talking about Mondayitis. That's what we're really getting to here.
Yeah, I don't really get Mondayitis.
No, I don't either.
I know I get a bit blue on a Monday, because wifey's off to work and the house then is a bit quiet, and really all that's left to do is for me to stop procrastinating and actually be productive in my office. But also, I probably have found that transition from weekend activities, which generally involves me being outside doing something awesome, to being inside, which is not my bag, which is, just being in the office is not my bag.
So why can't you move your office outside?
Well, Doggo likes to get all over me when I'm out in the yard, so he'd make a mess of the laptop, and the sun ruins my screen, and
he'd be a good podcast guest.
Yeah, I'd love to see Baxter the Wonder Dog on the podcast.
He'd be a great guest.
But I've come to really enjoy Mondays, and one of the reasons I really enjoy Mondays is because we started doing our weekly toolbox meetings with our trade desk members.
We have, and I love it. I love the light bulb.
That was really cool. Yeah. So, and look, I don't do the Mondayitis thing. I don't really get it because, to be honest, I've not been an employee for about 20 years because no one would have me. And so Mondays are just another day, really. Like, they're different, and wifey goes to work, and I'm a bit sad for the morning. But then you and I generally do our team meeting, and we hook into some content after you finish cleaning the house. And Mondays are really good because we're getting set up for the week, and we generally have a drawing board session or two on a Monday. And I find, as you probably do by the sounds of it, that Mondays are a way to sort of kick into doing cool stuff in our business.
For me, it's a day of resetting. So I finish, I don't feel like I ever really finish work. I think most business owners feel the same. But I take time out on the weekend not to be quite so present in the business. But we're, as group owners, we're constant in there. And for example, these last couple of weekends, we've been podcasting on the weekend. But it leads me to a Monday where I feel, I guess, excited and enthused and refreshed about being in business again, because I've had that time for rest, perhaps. But yeah, I really love Monday mornings. They're my favorite day of the week, not just because the house is clean, but more because I get to reconnect with those people that I like to serve. I get to have conversations with our members. I get to show up for our toolbox talk. I get to be present for a couple of drawing board meetings. You and I have great meetings on Mondays. We do podcasting. It's a fun day for me. I love it. Every day. I love every day. I guess that's why we do what we do. I wouldn't like to do something I didn't enjoy.
It's a bit of a paradox, actually, Coxie. I find that we do pour a lot of ourselves into you, our listeners, through the podcast here. We're doing these daily at the moment, which I think that was your idea, Nicole, and I'm really holding you responsible for the amount of work that this is creating.
I'm going to go backwards to where you committed to doing it. I'm going to highlight that in the podcast and send it over to you.
I've lost my train of thought. There you go. That's a sign of what's going on a Monday. But so we put a lot of ourselves into all this, and it's also, like you say, really cool to, I guess, see what our members are up to and be involved in all of that. Like, that's kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
So, and that's sort of energizing. So
yes.
Mondays, getting back into it is, I probably get more energy out of that on a Monday than I feel on a Friday, where, by a Friday afternoon, it's like, holy moly, that was a big week,
especially
one-on-one sessions and podcasts and all sorts of stuff going on. So, I guess, I want to throw this to the listeners. Do you get Mondayitis? And how do you deal with it?
That's my question. I was about to ask you the same.
I stole it.
You did. So for those people that do get Mondayitis, how do you suggest they deal with it? Especially as a business owner. How would you deal with it?
By making Monday different to the way other people make Mondays.
Yeah. And isn't it exciting that you're going back into your own business and not just into the boring continuation of working for other people?
Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
There's no pause button on this fandangled software that I can find, so everyone just got my sneeze. I think, look, I when I was younger, and certainly as an employee, I had Mondayitis a bit, and I think I actually just bought into the BS about Mondayitis, to be honest.
It is BS. If you're in the right job or the right space, you would generally feel more enthusiastic about work because it's yours, or because it's your project, or because you enjoy where you go to work, whatever it might be. Those of us in business generally are doing what we're doing because we love it. Generally. Not everyone for sure, but generally. So isn't that enough to be excited about on a Monday? That you have the opportunity to go to work and earn money?
And even if you're not, how would you like to feel on a Monday? Like crap? Or would you prefer to force yourself to go look at the wheelie bin group on Facebook and share the funny video with your team in your Zoom meeting, your virtual team meeting, as a way to kick off the meeting and get a few laughs and actually sort of shift that funk proactively?
So do you mean like be a leader in your business and lead other people to happiness as well?
Oh, but it's a possibility.
Really? Should we be doing that as business owners?
Hey, here's a plug for the trade desk, because we never do that. Plug the trade desk.
No, we don't.
I'm pretty sure we have a sample team meeting agenda in there.
We do.
Floating around in the website. So if you're a Trade Desk member listening to this and you're not using it, go log into your dashboard and go to the resources and grab the sample team meeting agenda, because part of that is having, starting with a funny story, or, geez, Facebook is full of ridiculous rubbish that we can laugh at. Just grab one of those and share that as a way to kick off your team meeting. Encourage your team to bring something ridiculous and laugh-worthy along.
That's a great idea.
And I guarantee, well, actually, I don't guarantee it because I don't want anybody to sue me for this, but I dare you to start the meeting with a laugh and get a laugh out of most people on your team meeting, and watch that meeting be a bad meeting. I dare you to try that.
Oh, you've thrown down the gauntlet of a challenge.
Yes. I wonder if people even know what that means, throwing down the gauntlet.
It's an old I can't think
it's a
of the
tradie
time.
term because it's from fencing. Get it? Boom.
Jesus.
Somebody
help
me. That was Friday. So and there's two. Can you go for the hat trick? No.
I'm sure you will.
But start with some fun. Start with a laugh. There's a saying amongst sales trainers that when they're laughing, they're buying. When
That's
customers
true.
are laughing, they're more likely to buy from you. And
Of course they are.
Your team members are the same. If you want them to be doing some stuff this week, get them laughing first, and then they're much more relaxed. They're more likely to actually agree or commit to the crappy things you want them to do this week.
Do you mean they're doing crappy things? Who's doing crappy things?
No, but if you're saying, now I need you guys to work on this,
Right.
that's sort of heavy and serious. But if you've had them laughing before that, they're much more likely to go along with it.
And a happy tradie is a good tradie.
A laughing tradie is
an
a good
even
tradie.
better
How's
tradie.
that? Yeah. You know what? Just get them to listen to our podcast.
I'm sure they'll
They'll
find
be
it really
killing
hilarious.
themselves laughing.
It's a wonder anybody listens to our rubbish.
Actually, you know what? There's a good point. Listener, have you shared this with your team?
It is a good point.
Because we get a lot of positive feedback about the podcast and how helpful it is. What if you got your team to listen to it and they learned a lot of the same stuff and they were a bit more inspired to action and they got some ideas about marketing and motivation, all that sort of stuff?
And
Do you think that might make your life a bit easier?
You know what would even be better is if they actually understood what it takes to run a business. What if they started listening to the podcast and they thought, holy shit, you do all of that as well? Hang on, you've got to pay for that? Whoa, really? It's not just me?
Because it's one of the big complaints from employers is that employees just don't get it.
No, they don't have a clue for the most part.
And we could educate them for you. There you go.
Fancy that. Oh, my God, we found another purpose. I'm really excited.
So there you go. Mondayitis, good cue of that. Have a laugh. Funny story, something like that. Realize you're making a choice for how you set up your week. Monday morning really does set the tone of the week in your household and your business. So I think often it has to be a conscious thing and it feels like work, but I tell you what, it makes a big difference to the way the week rolls out.
You know the most exciting thing about this conversation today?
What? That you got to talk to me?
No. No. It's that.
Say it again. Go on.
No.
Say no. Say no again. Dare you. Double dare.
It is that today is public holiday and your Monday, in theory, is actually tomorrow. So you can actually go out and do all of this tomorrow. You can share the podcast.
So I can be depressed tomorrow morning instead.
Yes, you can. No, you can't. You're going to be excited tomorrow morning because you and I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. But yeah, come and join us for the toolbox meeting in the trade desk.
7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, because there's no daylight savings in Australia now for a while. I know, that was really starting to do my head in down here in Tassie.
Yes.
7 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Time. Toolbox meeting for business owners. Well, you don't have to be a business owner. You just have to be a trade desk member.
Yeah, I was going to say toolbox member.
You just got to be a tool. And no, that's our job.
There's no bigger tool than you, Warwick.
Oh, thank you for the compliment, Coxie.
You're welcome.
And I did have a lot of wood yesterday. So,
do you think people are sick of our daily episodes yet?
Hopefully they get sick of them before we do. Actually, no, maybe the other way around. I can't decide.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But anyway, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, toolbox meeting. Get on it. We're going to start the meeting with a funny story. There you go. We're going to take our own advice.
That's going to be fun. I look forward to it.
Can you remind me tomorrow morning?
I will.
To actually
We're going to put it
start
in the diary.
a joke or a funny audio clip or something like that, or a funny video.
Sure. Yes, we will.
So Facebook Live streaming to you via your device, and then you can have a cuppa with Coxie at 10 o'clock.
You can. I love a good cuppa. We had a great cuppa last week. We had lots and lots. Actually, they're all tradie wives last week. But this week, we've opened it up to everybody. You don't need to be a Trade Desk member this week. We're going to let you come along and have a coffee anyway. So I think last week we had, quite a few tradie wives, and they were all members of the Trade Desk and several members of the drawing board, which was lots of fun. And we had some awesome conversations, and not just about work. We talked about working with kids at home. We talked about the stress we were all feeling. We talked about, what else did we talk about? Lots of stuff, not just work stuff.
I wasn't there.
No, you were banished. But you can
I
come
was
this
banned.
week. You can come this week.
Oh, I'm allowed. Okay.
If you're not too busy, you can come and join us because everybody's going to join us this week. It's going to be busy. I'm excited.
Fair enough. I've got something else to do anyway.
Oh, fine. Whatever. I'm going back to feeling excited about my Monday. That's generally not what I'm talking to you.
Yeah. That's why you're depressed on Mondays. Like, oh my gosh, I've got to talk to Waz again. Listen to his crappy jokes.
About wood.
Anyway, hey, listeners, we want to know what your Mondayitis remedies are. Do you get Mondayitis? Do you have a go-to remedy? Is there a way that you start your week off that really works for you? We want to hear it.
Tell us all the things.
We want to share it with the rest of our listeners and our members so that we can help them too.
And lucky you, we'll be back tomorrow morning.
Yay!
I can hear them all now.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day off, Coxie. Hopefully the house is sparkling clean by the end of it.
It will be because there's no kids home.
And I'm going to go, I don't know, get excited about tomorrow morning instead of today.
Yes. Find a funny video.
Oh, yeah. Does it have to be clean?
Nah. It'll be right. We're all big people.
I'll go find something appropriate. All right. Thanks for tuning in, listeners. Great to have you here on the podcast. And check out the group and all that stuff. And we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.